Hi everybody, welcome to the Kirsty Meakin Show, where today I'm going to do my infills because they need to be done. So I'm going to do my infills, going to get them all prepped and ready. I have got crazy fake tan hands, so excuse that. So let's get cracking. So yeah, crazy fake tan hands. This is the joy of being ginger. These are the problems that you get. And also, it looked perfect until I started wearing the gloves, so your hands get all sweaty and clammy, and then the tan starts to come off where you get sweaty and clammy. But it loves to stay in all the dry places, so yeah, they look exceptional. So yeah, just excuse that. So by the time I've prepped my cuticles and that, my cuticles should look so much better as well. I feel like I'm apologising for the sheer state of my hands. I'm so sorry. Anyway, talking about hands, I think I need to moisturise them. Yeah. I've had a present through, come through the post. So yeah, I just wanted to share it with everybody. Is that all right, Adam? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not creepy at all.
So yeah.
Not creepy at all.
Well, you can tell which one's mine because I've got the crazy fake tan hand. Look at that.
Paint the other one so that it sort of matches.
What, so it's got fake tan, crazy knuckles and everything?
Give it some freckles.
Some freckles, yeah. But how amazing is that? I'm like, so this is a dolly hand, and what Carly's done is she's had it tattooed. She asked me some photos of my hands and tattoos and stuff, and she's had the hands that she makes tattooed with my tattoo on.
Let's have another look side by side.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. I think probably this tattoo might be better.
It's a bit younger though, that tattoo, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fresher. Oh, I love a fresh tattoo, I do. And with these, they actually do bend as well, so you can kind of bend them if you want to bend them while you're working on them and stuff. So yeah, I can make them look really weird, like that. I mean.
You could just stick the middle finger up or something.
Yeah, you could do this. You know what I mean? It's not quite as weep weep. Looks like it's broken. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. How amazing is it? I love it. So yeah, pop him away, her away, whatever she is. Well, yeah, it's a her. Right, so let's have a look at my nails. So I've had these on for how long, Adam?
I think it was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I asked Adam because he knows when we filmed.
Yeah.
It's all a blur to me. So what I need to do is, and you can see that I don't get a lot of growth, but once I've pushed my cuticles back and all that, you'll see the true growth. I have noticed I've got a little tiny split in the side of this one. Right here. So we need to repair that. So we're going to fill and repair any bits that need repairing. And here, and there was another one there. A little one just here. You probably see it a bit more when there's no design on there, but you can kind of just see it opening. So I'm going to use my brand new, I've been sent by the lovely Lucy, nailed by Lucy, these straight cutters. And I've been dying for some straight ones because when you actually take length off, you can cut straight and the nail's going to go straight. But I'm going to use them to take off my stones. So because it's flat, it'll fit quite nice to get the stones off as well. So I'm not going to be using them to cut any skin or anything like that. They're just literally going to be used to take down length when I do other videos, and also take the stones off, because these are working an absolute treat. Do you know what I love doing on this channel? Being able to showcase lots of different brands that do great stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good part.
it's so good because, you know, when you're product biased, it's hard, it's difficult. Whereas I can just use so many different things, and I've got no limits. It's amazing.
And also, you can say exactly what you think about the product.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Yeah, good or bad. So, you know, I've had lots of people send me products, and, you know, majority have been great. There might be a few little bits and bobs that aren't as good, but I will tell you if they're not good. But I'll tell you, you know, maybe an alternative or what you could use that product for. I'm going to be completely truthful and honest with my opinions on anything that I use. And that's what I love, because people invest a lot of money into products, and it's all like, you know, you don't know what it's like till you've got it and you're practicing with it. So I'm so excited to be able to share, you know, my knowledge with you. I can try before you buy.
And also one of the things is you can actually help the people who make the products as well.
Yeah.
Not just the consumer, because, you know, product testing is done for a lot of things, but
Yeah.
it won't be done by somebody with your experience.
Yeah.
All the time,
Yeah.
and knowledge about stuff. So.
Yeah, definitely. So I can help them improve their stuff as well, which is amazing. Just getting rid of those stones off our rubber mat. The rubber mat is great for filming because it's got no like reflection or anything, but everything sticks to it, dust, everything. So it's, if you were working in a salon or anything, don't have a rubber mat. Right, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can take off your gel design. So whether you're doing it on yourself, you're doing it on a client, I'm going to show you two different ways, and it's up to you what you like best. Both have different advantages. So, more so if you're doing this on a natural nail. So you've got a natural nail on with gel polish on it, you've got a base layer underneath, or you could have like a builder gel underneath, whether it's a builder in a bottle or like a flexi gel or a fibre gel underneath to give strength. You can use the medium grit sanding bands to take off your gel polish on a natural nail. I would do it more so on a natural nail because it's, you know, it's kinder, shall we say. It's a bit kinder. So I'm going to show you what it's like doing it on the top of, obviously we've got acrylic on here. Not acrylic, sorry, it's acrylic gel, it's the Aura. So I'm using the mandril bit, which has got the Swarovski crystal at the end. Medium sanding band. I mean, the good thing about using the sanding band is it kind of etches everything for you. So if you use our ceramic bit, the ceramic bit will leave it a bit softer. It won't be as etched, if that makes sense. Let's do a side by side. We'll do a side by side. Right, okay, we'll try and do half of this. Okay, that's with the sanding band. The good thing is they're COVID friendly because they're just disposable. You just throw them away and you can spray clean your mandrel bit. Then I'm going to use, not that one, depending on how thick your design is. Now I know when I did this design there's quite a few layers on here. If it's really thick and it's on the top of a extension, so it's a hard extension, whether it's acrylic or, you know, acrylic gel or hard gel, you could use, so you could use the purple bit, which is a pink ceramic bit with the purple Swarovski crystal on. But if you want to, if you know you've only got like a couple of layers of gel polish on there and it's going to come off easy and you want to be gentler, then use the pink crystalled bit, okay? Because this is kinder. So I'm going to show you with this. We'll do this side. So even knowing how many layers I've got on this, it's still coming off nicely, isn't it? Go gentle around the cuticle because you don't want to be digging into the natural nail. Just going to pull that skin away from the side. I'm just going to have to hold it like this just so I can get down here and pull towards me. Because you want to really pull to the end. Because when you start pulling backwards, you start kicking into the tip of the nail. So this is going to get the gel off and it's not going to alter the shape. Whereas if we use the purple one, there's more chance of that changing the shape because it's coarser, if that makes sense. But if you've got lots and lots and lots of layers, yes, it'll get through that a lot quicker. But you know, to be honest with you, the main ones that I use are this one and the mandril bit for the sanding bands. So let's just see if we can see the difference. If I come right down here, just so we can see the different kind of finish that you get on the nail. So I can see how this one looks more etched? See how it looks a bit paler? That's because this one's slightly more etched. That was the one with the sanding band. And then this one looks a little bit smoother. It's still matte. And it's still etched slightly, but it is smoother. Yeah? So it depends what kind of finish you want as well. So if you want to be super quick and get it off, fill it, and not have to do a lot of etching of the actual length of the nail, then you could use a sanding band because you're just going to fill and file this part. But I know I'm going to file the whole thing. So I'm absolutely fine using the, because I've got such a long nail, I know that I will run the file over the whole lot. So I am going to use the pink bit, okay? The thing with the pink bit is as well, because it's ceramic, it does not heat up nowhere near as much as a sanding band. So they all have their advantages and disadvantages, I suppose, pros and cons. So this won't heat up as quick, which is good because you don't want to create a lot of pain. If you've got a client that's got a really long nail, I would definitely use the pink bit. If you've got a client that's got a short nail, then use that sanding band because you're not going to be going over a lot of surface, which means you're not going to create a lot of heat. Whereas I'm doing this for a while, using the full length, it's making more contact, therefore it's making it warmer, creating more friction. So this is the one that's got the little nick in it. It's got like a little split. So let's take off the gel and have a look how bad it is. Yeah, so you can just see that little cut. I've got a tiny bit of lift in there. I'm just going to get rid of that gently, and that'll do. Get the rest of this colour off. And let's have a look at this now. So we have a very slight hairline crack here. So what I'm going to do is take off a lot of the product there, get it all opened up, and then I can fill with more product and get that all fixed. Because I want fresh product in there. Okay, so let's get these off and let's see how these are. So, done that. Next bit. Cuticles, because oh my god, have you seen those cuticles? They are very brown, orange, some shade of mocha, magnolia, teak. So cuticle bit. So it's like a rugby ball shape, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, or American football.
It's more for American football. I think.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
I'm going to turn it up and it's going to be around 7,000. Sort of, maybe that's a little bit high.
That sounds high.
Yeah, more like, so that's, yeah, so it's about 5,000 to 7,000. And when I'm doing it on myself, I can keep it in a forward motion, especially if I do my thumb. And I'm going to come straight down the sides. If I do this side, I can still keep it in a forward motion, but change the positioning of my hand. So I'm going to go like this. So can you see how it's pushing the skin away? Yeah. And I'm pushing all that cuticle away, getting rid of any dry, non-living tissue, which I have a lot of. And I do think it's the fact that I have my hands in IPA a lot definitely takes its toll. You know, I wear gloves as much as I can. But messing with products, you know what I mean? It can be a bit drying on your skin. And my age doesn't help. And then they can come around this side. Still got it in a forward motion. Now when you do this on somebody else, I put it in a reverse. And I may do that when I do my other fingers. Well, let's see how we go. Give it a dust so we can really see what's going on. So you can see how it's opened all that skin now. Nail. We've got a nice channel. We've exposed more nail so we can fill that correctly. You know, if you go into a salon and they're not pushing, at least pushing your cuticles back, you're not getting your sort of full money's worth really, because if you go into the shower and dry your hands, this could then push back and you'll expose more nail and then you'll look like you need an infill. So that's the thumb. Let's have a little look at these. So now I can come this way, but then I'll have to turn my hand like this. So I'm going to show you the different ways you can do this. So I can come from the middle, and I'm doing it on myself, and come round and down. Notice how I'm not digging it in, I'm not creating a high angle. Everything's very low. So we're low and slow and guide it round the shape. You can see how that opens it all out. Now I'm going to flip my E-file into reverse and I'm going to come from the middle again. And I'm going to come round, pushing the cuticle back, taking any non-living tissue away and down. Let's have a little look. Oh, look at that. Now, if you were going at a really high speed, you would then start to cause damage by doing this, because it would just start to eat into that natural nail, and we don't want that. So I've got this in reverse, so I'm going to show you on this one how to do it just in reverse. And this is how I would probably do it on a client, to be honest. Well, I would do it on a client like this. So I'm going to pull the handpiece like this. So the bit's pointing to me. I'm going to start from my left side. Push the skin away, cuticle, round, and the handpiece comes back into this position, okay? And the rotation of the bit is pushing back the cuticle. And again, we've exposed more natural nail. So we're going to do the rest as well. So we're going to change bits now. So that's your cuticle bit. And then we're going to use the proximal fold bit, which is like a kind of teardrop pear shape. Right, so same kind of speed. And I'm still in reverse, so because I'm in reverse, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to work from my left to my right. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
This way, I am. But can you see if I went that way?
Yeah, it's forward.
It goes forward, it pushes it closer, and that's not what we want. If I wanted to hold my thumb that way, I'd put it in the forward motion, which is what you generally use if you're right-handed. And we're going to go across the skin and exfoliate all of that fake tan away. We're going to do this on all of them now. So my finger's facing this way, which it wouldn't be if it was a client. It would be facing this way. So this is where you've got to understand the rotation. So it's in a forward motion now, still pushing back the cuticles. And now I'm going to go into reverse, because this position is kind of more like what a client would have their hand like that. Try and break my arm like, yeah. So I've now got it in reverse, so I can, again, point the bit towards me and come round in this sort of N shape. And I'm coming across the skin, keeping everything nice and flat, exfoliating the dead skin and the fake tan away. What is also important is, because we've done this to the skin, it will need to be hydrated. That's why we put the cuticle oil on at the end. So I'm going to do the rest of the cuticles now. So we've exposed all the nail that needs filling. What I want to do now is just roughly etch this with a fine sanding band. So the difference between the two is, yes, one's got an M and one's got an F. Medium and fine. So we're going to use the fine sanding band on the mandrel bit. So because this is finer, it's going to be really gentle, low speed, And I'm literally just going to run that around that natural nail, just so I know it's got no shine on it. You can also blend your product a little bit with this as well. You're not putting pressure on, you're literally skipping over just to etch it so it's got like a key product to sit in it. Make sure all that colour's off as well, and just see little bits that just need coming off. So we've got a couple that have got little splits in that we've drilled out with the electric file. So we're going to fix those and fill. So let's clean them up, give them a dust, then I'm going to wipe over with the cleanser. And this will just grab any of those bits of dust that maybe the dust brush didn't quite get to, and you can really give it a nice good clean. And you want to make sure you're still pushing back the cuticle. Don't pull. Don't pull it forward like that. You want to give it a good clean and kind of push it back. And we can see there's a bit of fake tan coming off. So I'm going to be using Aura. This is the colour that I had last time, which is the copper pink. So it's quite a pale kind of pink colour, a bit naturally with a little bit of a pink hue. We'll need the base coat, and we'll also need the nail prep. So this is just going to dehydrate and make everything nice for the product to go on. You don't need loads. And then we're going to put the base on. Base. So notice how when I pulled the brush out, I spun it like that to drag off the majority of the product, yeah? So we don't have masses of product because we're only going to put the base on to this natural nail and just slightly kick it over onto the existing product. So just like that, nice and thin. Okay, so we're going to do that on all of them, and we'll get that cured. We've got the alchemy lamp ready. You want to be careful if if you've got a product that has its own lamp with it. If you have different brands and you're using the same lamp, yes, sometimes that does work, and I know that it does, but manufacturers don't recommend that you use any other lamp apart from the one that they sell, because it's been tested with that lamp. So I always try my best to use the correct lamp with the gel polish. Let's pop them in the lamp. for 30 seconds. So we need a spatula. Got spatula.
Spatula.
Yep. Got product. Pea size. I'm just going to keep that little bit on there just in case I need it. I don't want to wipe it off just yet. I might need it. Then I'm going to use the Brendette brush, which is our gel brush. And I've got a little bit of the slip solution in the stamping dish. Just going to move it around. So you want to try and not get the slip solution on to the base. So that base gel that we put on. Because you'll possibly have a little bit of lifting if you flood that liquid. So kind of get that bit done first, yeah, with just a damp brush. And then we can start to bring the product down, fill that gap. And just float this over. So we're rebalancing the apex, putting the apex where it should be in the back third of the length of the nail. So when we place that apex, it's in the back third of the full length of the nail, not the back third of your natural nail. So smooth that over. I have a little dip here, look. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of that extra we had on the spatula and just work that into that gap. Make sure you shape the back of it as well, because this will push to the back where that gap was. And I'm going to cure that one. And the next bit will be so quick because we're just going to do these little pea size amount of the product, the Acrygel, and then on all four and bang, 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 bang in the lamp. It'll be so quick, far quicker than lots of products out there, to be honest. So I'm going to take that little bit off now because I want a clean spatula to work with. And we're going to squeeze pea size. It's probably a little bit big actually. Let's take off some excess. Can probably use that on there. Waste not, want not. Then we need 2 more pea sizes. It's difficult when you're doing it on yourself because you're trying to squeeze and put them on at the same time. Okay. So again, don't flood the cuticle with the product or the slip solution, but get that part done first. If you're not really confident in doing like all 4 of them at the same time, you can do a couple at a time and then just get those curing. You can move on to the other hand. That's not a problem. Put that down. Right, so we're going to use the cleanser to take off the sticky layer. Don't start filing on top of a sticky layer because you will just absolutely obliterate your file. It'll just all clog up with stickiness. Right, so we're going to use the metal file to go up the sides, okay? Just to get those side walls nice and straight. The reason why the metal file is so good for the side walls is because it's so thin and it's very strong. Also, it's, you know, it's cleanable. You can wash it, you can sanitize it. Right, I'm going to set up a file. So this is the disposable and reusable. So this bit's reusable, which is your metal part. Clean that. And then these are the papers, the sandpapers that will be your filing device. And I like to set mine up with a 180 on one side and a 150 on the other side. I'm going to spray clean this with the file and store spray from Navy Tools, which I absolutely love. You can also use, if you don't want to just use the spray, you could use the two-step wipes system as well. Okay, so let's set this file up. So you simply peel off the back like a big sticker. Do you know I actually used these for the other day? So I've got a course coming up online, and we're doing ink art, and I wanted to stick them all on something. So I actually stuck them all on, all the tips, all the nails. All the nails that I'd done to show everybody what they were going to learn. I stuck them all on one of the files. It worked a treat. So we're just going to line that up. Press it on. Let's do the other side. Press it on. You will need to score these, so I've got one of our other files. These are slightly more flexible because this has got the metal and it's stronger. So I've got one of these, and I'm going to score the edges to take off the sharp edge, because one thing I'm really good at doing on myself is cutting myself. And the place I cut myself is my cuticle, because I just get, I don't know, oh, just a bit, and because I can feel it, I tend to cut myself more. You'd think I wouldn't cut myself really, but I do. I'm just such a clumsy person, shall we say. But what you can do is, if you don't want to file around the cuticle area with a nail file, because even if we take this sort of 180 grit, I can still feel the contact of the file with my skin, yeah? So some people really struggle to get flush cuticle areas because they don't get the file in nice and neat, especially if they've like over compensated with product. So what you can do is you can use an electric file, which is perfect for this. So you could, if it's really bulky, I would use the purple bit. If not, use the pink bit. And because the Aurora acrylic gel is really soft to file, this is perfect to be used on it. So I'm just going to show you that as well. So you got options. So we can come round here and get close. Now, if you want to get even closer, I'm going to show you with another bit. You could use the secret weapon. So this is our secret weapon bit. It's ceramic, so it doesn't heat up nowhere near as much as like a carbide bit. You can come in with that and look how close you can get, and it will not cut your client or yourself. Right, one other thing I'm going to show you with the secret weapon is, right, I hate this. You see this under here? That's my natural nail. I hate it because it just makes it look unsightly and grubby. So I'm going to use the bit to clean under there and make it nice and smooth and get rid of that nail. How cool is that? I remember when I used to do like a bunch of clients, my clients loved having this done. I can remember that far back, yeah, just about. Amanda especially absolutely loved it. She was like, will you clean me underneath it? When you're doing this, make sure you keep moving because you don't want to create heat on your client's fingertips. And don't press too far down because you don't want to break the seal of the hypernicum. And putting this kind of thing into a service will make your client feel amazing, and they'll know that they're getting a really thorough job. And if they're getting a really thorough job, they will return all the time. You know, you're not going to lose clients. You generally lose clients because your work's not up to scratch, or they can't afford it anymore, change of circumstances. But if they feel like they're getting something a little bit special, they will always come back. Because it's not just about having your nails done, it's like how it makes you feel. It makes you feel great. It's great for your mental health to get your nails done. If that's your thing and that's what makes you feel good, get it done. Nice little time out. So I'm going to file these into shape now. Get this free edge shape nice and sharp again, because obviously your nails will wear and slightly change shape, so we're just going to sharpen that up a bit. I'm going to get the sides of the nails done first before I do the contouring on the top. That apex is a bit of a fapex. Let's just make that a little bit lower. Right, so let's do the rest. So we're all filed and ready to buff. It's going to make them more smooth now. And I'm just going to soften that point at the edge because we're doing a modern almond.
A lot of modern almonds.
I know, I think it's like new favourite shape, but I am getting a little bit bored of it. I think next time I'll go back to like a ballerina, I think. I am toying about having a stiletto.
Ooh, who do you want to kill?
Well, wouldn't you want to know? Wouldn't you like to know? Ta-da! I'm just going to wipe over with the cleanser. Now, if you ever see me looking there, it's because I'm looking at myself, basically. I'm looking at the screens. They haven't all got me on. They've got the many cameras that we've got, the 4 cameras that we've got on me. I'm looking at that screen to make sure I'm in shot, which...
You can't know you're not going to be in shot. I know your chair's got
I
wheels
know.
on, but...
Yeah, do you like the chair? Look at the chair. The shelf chair.
I think you should scoot back and spin it in. Try to spin.
Oh, a bit dizzy now. I'm a bit dizzy now. You can see me got my comfies on. Got my comfies on, duck. Right, so they're all nice and clean. So we can put cuticle oil on and all that, but I'm not going to do that because the next video we're going to do is we're going to do some design work. Oh, how excited. But yeah, that's how to fill and fix the Aurora acrylic gel. So yeah, I just thought we'd show you that, and obviously show you my little friend here. Nice. So yeah. Don't forget, so everything I've used today is always going to be listed below in the description box. If you've made it to the very end of this video, thank you so much. Give us a thumbs up and like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that shebang. And I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ra, duck!